just to begin with. Maybe I'll give you 15 seconds only to answer these questions. So quickly, please answer these questions. As you are answering these questions, I'll also take you through the agenda. So if you can start the questions, please. And so we'll start with the what is Six Sigma, and then we'll do a project as well. And we'll learn define, measure, analyze, improve, and control DMAIC, DMAC. Okay. So if you can just answer this question, what's your current knowledge of Lean Six Sigma? Depending on that, I will tailor make this program for you. And I see that most of you have just heard about Lean Six Sigma, but you don't know much about it. So that's what I see here. Okay. And okay, thank you. Thanks for that. And if you can just please go to the next question. Everyone has answered that question. Yeah. So when you see everyone has answered this question, please go to the next question. Yeah. So what's your main reason for joining this training? Okay. So if you can just quickly answer this question too. Okay. Okay, some of you are planning to move to a new role. Okay, so that's really going to help you. Okay, in fact, certification of Six Sigma, like certification of Green Belt, will definitely help you a lot. And most of you have joined to enhance the skills in process excellence and to boost your resume. Okay, thank you for that. Next question, if you can go to the next question, please. Which industry you are working in today? So we see, and accordingly, I will take an example. So we have people from, some people from healthcare, some people from software, okay, people from construction as well, okay, manufacturing also, engineering as well, okay. So quite a few, it's a diverse group today, okay. Fine, that's great. If you can go to the next question, please. And this is which department you are from right now? You're working in which department? So we have people from operations, finance, supply chain, okay, engineering. A lot of people are there. Okay, and people from healthcare, hospitals. Okay, great. Thanks for that. Can you move to the next question, please? And yeah, so what I see is people from diverse backgrounds are there. They're from various domains, various industries. So the examples which I will take, I will have a balance of both, a little bit of manufacturing and services, and I'll take some neutral examples which are applicable to both industries. Okay, so I think it's over. Polls are over. Thanks for that. Thanks for participating in the polls. And let's move on to the agenda. So as I was telling, first we'll start with what is Six Sigma, then we'll introduce you to the DMAC, then I'll show you some applications in the industry. The best way would be to do a project along with you. So I will do a project. I'll just demonstrate how a project is done rather than just giving case studies to you. Obviously, lots of case studies, they are there in our website, but it will be a good idea if you see how a project is typically done. And I'll keep it as simple as possible because many of you are totally new to Six Sigma. Okay, Dr. Vidya is telling, can you take examples related to healthcare? Okay, fine. I will try to do this. Okay, great. So I'll have a balance because people are from various industries are there. And Dr. Vidya, we conduct a very popular program, Certified Professional in Healthcare Quality, CPHQ certification training also, and also Green Belt for healthcare. In fact, Green Belt or Black Belt is nothing. It's nothing like healthcare. It is, these tools and techniques are applicable to all industries. It is about data analysis, analyzing the data and getting to the root causes and improving the process. The methodology remains the same. The tools remain the same. Okay, Nisarga is also from healthcare. Okay. And Tao is telling project management. How about IT? Okay. See, so what I would say, people are, I see that a lot of people are now Okay, so let me tell you a simple sentence. Lean Six Sigma can help you in improving any KPI, whatever KPI, performance in a KPI. So everyone has KPI. Manufacturing guys have got production to be improved. Healthcare professionals have got, let's say, patient discharge time to be reduced. Then you have got the people in the services department. They have got recruitment cycle times to be reduced. Then we have got project management. You have to reduce the delays in your projects or improve the safety, whatever you want to improve. In the engineering design process, Muhammad Hassan is asking, engineering design process also, the errors can be reduced, or the rework can be reduced. You design and then something is corrected, sometimes by the client or sometimes by your own quality department. So reducing the rework in the designing process, and that is definite. Lots of projects we have done. So Lean Six Sigma is applicable to every industry, every domain, every department, every individual. It is only also applicable to in real life. And okay, J.R. Lini Poto is from Melbourne, Australia. Okay, so I stay in Oakley, by the way. Anyway, so let's not. I already spoke about myself. I'll introduce myself to you as well, as I have not done that. But before that, let me formally welcome you with this video, which also in the beginning we couldn't play the corporate video. We'll be playing somewhere in the between. Hi, welcome to Anexas. Anexas has been consulting and training the professionals in the organizations around the world since 2006, and we have trained more than 150,000 people and consulted for more than 500 organizations, which includes Fortune 100 organizations too. I'm Amitabh Saxena, and I have designed this program based on my 30 years of experience while working in various industries across many domains. The whole Anexas team once again joins me in welcoming you. So this program is brought to you by almost a group of 50 people who are located worldwide, and more than 100 partners who are associated with us, spread across various continents. Although I have got I'm a permanent resident PR of Australia. I've got that in Melbourne, but I keep visiting. Most of my work is, apart from Australia, it is in Middle East and in India. So I keep roaming around everywhere. Just now I told those who joined late, I will be traveling to Jeddah day after tomorrow to conduct a training program. I'll be staying in Crown Plaza. And in case anyone wants to meet me there, why not? Most welcome. In Sydney, I'll be giving my whereabouts later on. Sydney, I'm doing a program in January as well. So probably if you are free in January, second or third week of January, my team will tell you the exact date. You can join my training program also. But before that, I would like to tell you what Lean Six Sigma is, because you shouldn't be convinced. So first, about this organization, which in the video I already spoken about. This video was shot around 5 years ago. So you just add. So I've got 35 years of experience today, and we have got now 150, it says, but now we have added more than 75,000 people in the last 1 year. So I can just change that as well. Well, after that, about myself, I'm a chemical engineer. Taking you back to the first year of my professional, professional experience. I used to be a very hardworking engineer, working in petrochemical industries, and worked in various countries. Then also I write poetry as well in Hindi and Urdu. So shairi and ghazals and some Hindi kavita also I do that. I became suddenly at the end of that decade, professional decade, I became a master black belt. And once I became a master black belt, I I invested heavily into that education. Those days it was very difficult to be educated as a black belt and a master black belt. I spent a lot of good money. And then after that, as I sit before you, I've got 35 years, 34 years, it says. I think I should add 2005 also to that. So 1990, I graduated, and since then I've been working, and almost 25 years of experience, 35 years of experience. and lots of consulting experience, and spoken in various conferences, American Society of Quality, last 10 conferences, world conferences, they have invited me to present the case studies. Yes, so you can also achieve all these things and much more, because there's a huge requirement. I can see I take pride in telling you that in 2007 I conducted the first ever black belt training program in the whole of Middle East. Before that, of course, I established Lean and Six Sigma practice for KPMG also once I became a master black belt. So these are some of the programs, some photographs around the world. If you want just to get convinced that I do conduct training programs in various countries, won lots of awards in different conferences, appeared in so many of you are from India. So
hi, I'm Shekhar Suman, and I wish to congratulate all the Six Sigma certified black belt from Anexas.
it was a full episode on my achievements and what I have done and about Lean Six Sigma in worldwide in the Z Business Show, and some quality conferences also.
On 21st of May 2019, I'm going to speak in American Society of Quality.
So I will not play all these videos, but it's an honor to have railways, American Railways, Indian Railways, Saudi Railways. They are all in the book as well. Ministry of Health and Deputy Health Minister of Saudi Arabia, they have attended our training programs. Transportation Minister of India, they have been part of our training programs. So like, good experience I'm having. I think you got convinced now. Now let us move on to learning part. So see, let's first understand what are the benefits of Lean and Six Sigma. So if you can tell me, what can you find a common thread running through all these bullet points? A manufacturing company improves production by 30%. A hospital reduces discharge time of patients from 3 hours to 15 minutes. 64% reduction in recruitment time in multinational company. Hotel improves customer experience and increases bookings to almost 2 times. A bank reduces errors and cycle times by 80% with enhanced CSAT, the customer satisfaction rating. And insurance company claims claims time gets reduced by 70%. So can you tell me what are the common things you notice here? So you are right, efficiency, salary, productivity, stats, Naisarga, yeah, stats and numbers, you're right. Absolutely. And wow, so here, Surya is telling would love to listen to a poem. Okay, I can send you some links for that. That's okay. Eliminating waste, Dr. Vidya is talking about. Yes, you are right. Almost everyone is right. And one of the one common thing is all of them are Lean and Six Sigma projects. All of them are Lean and Six Sigma projects. And keep interacting with me. As you see, I will try to take names of almost everyone, but I may miss out on few because there are quite a few attendees here. So, okay. So here, they have all used Lean and Six Sigma. Now, if you ask me, what, in one sentence, tell me what is Six Sigma. Just in one sentence. So I will tell you, it is project approach towards process improvement. Now, it may sound little confusing, but it's coming from an experienced person. So that has to be confusing, right? So let me first define, let me make it easier for you to understand. What is the definition of a project? And what is the definition of a process? Process is something which is done repeatedly over a period of time. Every time you're doing something, you're indulged in something, you're involved in something. Now, almost every one of us is involved in a process. They're accomplishing some. They're attempting to get an output which is of use to the customers always, and we achieve this. We produce this output. It could be a product or a service. We achieve this output through a series of steps, and these series of steps are done over a period of time. That's the process. Like, to simplify it, I can say going to the office is a process. Every day you go to the office, it's a process. Eating food is a process. You're doing it every day. Every time you're following a series of steps, and you end up doing something which is the output of the process. So that is a process. Now, what is a project? Project is one-time endeavor. It is a starting point. It is an end point. It doesn't. It is alive. It is dead after some time. So that is a project. Now, what is Six Sigma? Project approach towards process improvement means whatever you want to improve in your organization. There are so many things to be improved. Think of anything. Whatever you want to improve in your organization, it is a measure of an output. And that output is delivered through a series of steps. So you have to improve the process because problems are in the processes. Problems are not in the people. Problems are in the processes. So let me explain these things by taking some few examples before we enter into the world of statistical tools. Yeah. Today you will be getting introduced to some simple statistical tools. And if you are okay, if you are taking it really well, and if you still stay on and if you're interested, I'll check with you. I can also introduce you to some high-end statistical, not so high-end, but moderately so-called difficult statistical tools. I'll at least give you a demonstration because it requires a little bit of training, at least three days of training to actually be skilled enough to use those tools. I'll also give you some of the links where you can go and watch these YouTube videos, and some of those have been getting 1 million views. One of them is almost getting close to 2 million views. I will give these links, and whenever you have time, just play these videos, 15 minutes, and you will every time learn a tool. One of the things which I can think of immediately is that FMEA, failure modes and effects analysis, FMEA. Just watch that. Right today, I will not be discussing FMEA, failure modes and effects analysis. It is a way to improve your process by imagining how you will fail. So that's what FMEA is, failure modes and effects analysis. So this video which I have given you, please store these links. Just give me 2 minutes. Yeah, so this, I just gave you some time to uh, click on the link, and later on, you can always, please store this link and please watch. This is a very, very simple tool, easy to use tool. You can use it next week and improve something. You can get some great solutions. And you can write to me, just connect with me on LinkedIn as well. You can write to me about your experience of using that tool. Watching the video, of course, you will enjoy because I've taken a very simple example, day-to-day life example to teach you this tool. But later on, please apply this to improve anything, a small, anything in your organization, and see the difference. And if you implement those solutions, you will be happy to see within 2 to 3 weeks, you will see a good improvement. It could be improvement in productivity, reduction of customer complaints, or whatever you want. Okay, so now this is also this Lean Six Sigma is about projects. So we have done lots of projects, and there's a long list of projects. I will just proceed forward. Lots of companies. In short, Lean and Six Sigma can help reduce the costs, reduce the defects, errors. So every project results in some money, results in some monetary benefits to the organization. It could be not always a monetary benefit. It could be intangible benefit also, like improving the safety, etc. But every time you will see one common thing, it is always measurable. Means the first thing which we start with is you cannot improve if you cannot measure. And second important point is you can measure everything. Now, how can you measure everything? I'll let you know in a short while. So coming back to the slide, by doing a Lean and Six Sigma improvement project, you can reduce the cost, reduce the defects, reduce the waste, reduce the rework, reduce the cycle time, and improve your quality, production efficiency, productivity, customer satisfaction, capacity, profitability, and resilience. And which CEO would not love a person who can achieve all these things? So Lean and Six Sigma is a methodology to improve.
Hi.
And the thing is, okay, by the way, we have videos also which are available in English, Hindi, and Arabic. I'll just show you whatever I'm saying. If you see, it's the same thing.
Project has a starting point and an end point. Project is a one-time activity. So what do you do in Lean and Six Sigma? You choose improvement projects in the processes and ultimately reduce the costs, reduce the errors, reduce the defects, improve the process efficiency, effectiveness, and ultimately it results in huge improvement in customer satisfaction.
Once again, welcome to the Lean and Six Sigma Green Belt Training Program. Let me begin with the chapters.
Okay, so that was a clip from my Green Belt program. So this program, so when I conduct my live trainings, I also give you the videos, and whatever I have spoken just now,
So what are the similarities? Yes, you must have guessed it, right? All the points are talking about improvement.
So everything is available, by the way. I just wanted to tell you. Okay, but now coming back to that question, let us understand a little bit more. What is Lean and Six Sigma? Lean and Six Sigma is a combination of Lean and Six Sigma. Nowadays, they are totally combined and intertwined within each other. But around, if you say 20 years ago, they used to be different. So let's first understand what is Lean and what is Six Sigma. Some people, I still find some people, not many are there, but still some people say, oh, Lean is better. Some people say, oh, Six Sigma is better. In fact, both of them lead to process improvement. And we are interested in process improvement. We are interested in improvement as an organization. We want money to be saved. We want more customers to enroll with us or use our products. So why not use both Lean and Six Sigma? So no one is stopping you. It's not like, if you are using Lean, you can't use Six Sigma. So if you are talking about process excellence in today's world, you are learning both Lean and Six Sigma. Now, what is Lean? In simple words, Lean is about, before I even talk about these things, to some of you, it may look a little bit complicated. Let me start, because I saw that 30% of you are totally new to Six Sigma. By the way, if you are a working professional, you should have heard of Six Sigma, and this is something now a sort of must-have qualification. Earlier, it used to be nice to have. You immediately get a job if you were a green belt easily. I see, one of the reasons I got my PR of Australia 4 years ago was that I told them that I'm a Lean and Six Sigma professional. Then immediately, within 1.5 months, I was given the PR. So the best thing about the Lean and Six Sigma is you are welcomed everywhere. It is about data analytics. It is about analyzing your data, getting to the root cause, and attacking the root cause so that you improve something. So before we go into that, let's understand the basic things, the fundamentals. Now, I'm going to draw sort of, this, I think, I'm sharing my screen, right? Yeah. So I'm going to represent all the companies of the world in this diagram. Think of your company, and your company is involved in producing something, either a product or a service. Okay. You are producing some product or a service. Think of your organization. If you are a manufacturing company, you are producing some product. If you are a service company, you are producing a service. Like if you are engineering design company, you are producing engineering designs. If you're a hospital, you are the output is the treatment of the patient, right? Patient treatment. If you're from which other industries, I forgot. IT. If you're from IT industry, you are producing applications. You're producing software programs. Yeah. Construction, you are producing. You're creating buildings. These are your outputs. You're completing projects. So think, no, please make it a generic model. This is a model applicable to all industries. Everything which we learn in Lean and Six Sigma, everything is applicable to all industries. That's the beauty of it. So there is no program like, Lean Six Sigma for construction, Lean Six Sigma for healthcare. Although we do that, those kinds of programs as well, where we teach the same tools, but we take the examples from that specific industry. That's the only difference. But once you become a green belt, you are a green belt for all domains. There is no such thing like, you're a green belt in healthcare. If you are a green belt, world recognizes you. And by the way, when you get a certificate, today also you're going to get a certificate. It is a recognizable certificate. It is valid worldwide. Although yellow belt certificate is not so much, it's not a passport to a great job, by the way. But at least you're getting exposure to something, but it is valid throughout the world. Similarly, green belt certification is a little bit better. And black belt certification is like, I would say, it is a very, very important step towards either getting a good job or getting a promotion, or at least getting a good recognition within your company. And why I'm saying so, you will soon know by the end of this training program. So coming back to this schematic, so here inputs are getting converted into outputs. So whatever you're producing, either producing a product or a service, it is being produced through a series of steps. And I'll just name them A, step B, step C, step D. And because this you are doing again and again over the period of time, that is why we say that it's a process. Now, inputs, there could be raw materials, there could be information, that could be requirements from the customers. Think of your own industry and you know your inputs. They're coming from the customers. Yeah. They're coming from the customers. And outputs are getting consumed by the customers. Sorry, I should have written customers. Not yet woken up. Right now, I'm in Bangalore. From Melbourne, I traveled to Bangalore. Bangalore to the day after tomorrow. Saturday, I'll be traveling to Jeddah. And then again to Bangalore, then to Sydney. And that's how my usual the life is. Life of a black belt. Because see, being a black belt or even a master black belt, by the way, you can attend our green belt training, black belt training, and master black belt training at one go. Within 1 or 2 months, you can become a master black belt. You can become an independent consultant. And that's the beauty of it. That's what I'm enjoying my professional life for the last, say, 25 years, because I have been a black belt, master black belt for the last 25 years. First 10 years were into hardcore operations. And after that, I realized that this is the best thing to do. Be the most important person around. Be able to you will be able to walk into any organization confidently, saying, "I can make a difference in your organization. Whatever the CEO wants, you can achieve that or help them achieve that." Obviously, I will describe that what a master black belt can do towards the end. But first, we are today in the yellow belt. So first, we are getting introduced to some of the basic concepts. Then, if you have time, if you are willing to stay a little bit longer after 2 hours, I will also tell you how Lean Six Sigma is implemented in an organization. And that is optional, of course. For a yellow belt, it's not required. But if you are interested, you can stay a little longer, and I can tell you about that as well. That will give you an idea, the bigger picture also. And that will help you to understand. So these are so I'll just change that a little bit. So here, suppliers. and customers. Yeah, so these are suppliers and these are the customers. So here, suppliers are giving you the inputs, and sometimes the customers are giving you the, they become the suppliers also. Like in engineering design, what is a critical input? The critical input is the requirements, what they want you to design. In IT industry, again, the requirements of what that application should be able to achieve. So that is a requirement. They are also given by the customers. So at times they get combined. In services industries, supplier and customers, they get combined. But in manufacturing industries, you will find that suppliers are totally different and the customers mostly are totally different. So we have suppliers giving inputs and outputs are going to the customers. And now one more important thing. Then we have our customers giving you feedback. Customers are giving you the feedback, and also you predict the demand produced by the demand of your products or services from the market or from the customer. Sometimes customers place those orders. So there is a planning or strategy team. Actually, I'm having throat infection, so I hope my voice, I'm trying to make my voice as clear as possible. And also, I took a little bit of heavy dose of some medicines. So I'm under the influence of those medicines. So consider that while you're attending this program. Just I'm trying to excuse myself from making such silly mistakes like suppliers and customers. Yeah, so planning and strategy. So you're planning or strategy team, which actually takes the feedback from the customers and informs the suppliers to supply the raw materials, and or they also inform these departments or the process steps to make changes to the operating parameters so that you can deliver the product as per the customer's requirements. Okay. So I hope this is clear. Is it making sense to you? Just let me know. And this, while you try to give an answer, write your answer, I'll also tell you that this is known as value stream map. This is the technical word of this map, value stream map. So a process excellence professional always starts with VSM, value stream mapping, right? VSM. Means you have a look at the process. Now, why you are looking at the process? Why you're also known as systems map, systems thinking. Edward Deming was a quality guru, and he said that you have to have systemic thinking. Think in terms of systems. Don't think in terms of departments or silos. What is silo approach? Silo approach means I belong to department B or C. I can't think beyond, or I can't see anything beyond my own department. I'm in my own silo. That is silo approach. What is systems approach? Well, I'm from department B, but I'm part of a system. We have A, B, C, D. We have an output. We have a customer. We have a supplier. We have an input. And the acronym of SSIPOC is also known as SIPOC. So a Six Sigma project usually starts with a SIPOC. You make a SIPOC of your process. It means the bigger picture of your process. And if you make the whole diagram like this becomes value stream map. I'll give an example of SIPOC a little later when I do a project with you. Means I'll show you how a project is done. Taking some simple example, very simple process, because people are from various domains. I'll take a neutral example like reducing, I can say, recruitment cycle time in a company, that we can do a project. And while I do the project, you will see the steps, how I make a SIPOC, how I write a charter, how I collect the data, how I make a histogram, etc. You will see that demonstration. So any questions up to here? Are you with me? Value stream map. You are with me up to here? Now, why you are thinking in terms of systems? Because problems are in the processes and systems, not in the people. Because no person in the world, when he goes to his company, goes with the target of committing a mistake or delaying something, or they don't have any target. Like, for example, think of this company. This is a company, let's say, and 1,000 people are working in that company. They go at 9 a.m. and come out at 5 a.m. Oh, sorry, 5 p.m. Sorry, 5 p.m. 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now, if you ask any individual, any employee entering into the office in the morning, what is a target of, say, customer complaints today? How many customer complaints do you want? He says, no, I don't want any. Today, I'll work hard. No one has that target like today I will commit 10 mistakes or something. No, nothing. I'll not produce enough. My productivity will be very low today. They don't have anything in the mind like that. But when you see the result after the end of the day, you'll find that this organization has received 50 customer complaints. And if you see the result of the last, let's say, trend of the last 3 months, every day, they receive 50, sometimes 52, 50, something like this, you'll find more or less, on an average, they are receiving 50 customer complaints. They go up to 35, sometimes they go up to 65. Yeah. This is how this organization has been operating. This is how this organization has been operating for the last 6 months, maybe 1 year. Every day you receive between 35 to 65 complaints. Okay. This is what tells you that problem means in a way, I would say that, these 1,000 people who are entering into the organization every day, they have a target of, producing customer complaints, as if, everyone is going in the morning with a target of let's produce between 35 to 65 customer complaints. It looks like that. But they don't have a target, but why they have those customer complaints? It could be errors, it could be production. See, I can replace this 50 as 50 tons per day, or 50,000 lines of code, whichever industry you are from. This could be a patient waiting time in our hospital, 50 minutes, 35 minutes to 65 minutes. See, the numbers can indicate anything. Yeah, please understand, these numbers are not domain specific. The concepts are not domain specific. In statistics, we call this, the chart which I have given you, we call this control chart. Control chart has, we say it has a lower control limit, and this is a upper control limit. Every organization every KPI has got lower and upper control limit. Please don't confuse this with the specification limit set by the customer. Please don't confuse this with specification. Specification limit is given by the customers. Like here, the management will not say your target is 35 to 65 customer complaints. Or your production team will not say your target is 35 to 65 tons per day. Your hospital will not say our patient waiting time target is between 35 minutes to 65 minutes. No. This is the performance of your process. The control limits are voice of a process. Voice of process, VOP. As if your process is telling you that I will behave between 35 to 65. How would you get these control limits? By collecting small samples, so 30, 40 samples. So 30, 40 samples will give you enough information about your control limits. And if you are able to take on more, I can even demonstrate. I can tell you how these control limits are determined using software tools which are very easily available, freely available. When you join our Greenbelt training, we give it to you, all these software tools as well. Very small clicks, simple clicks, they will tell you enough about your process. So first thing is problems are in the process. So these customer complaints are coming from the system. Lots of things could be wrong. Maybe something wrong in the inputs, something wrong in department A's one way of working, something wrong in department B's way of working, SOP, standard operating procedures. It could be wrong with lots of things. These are known as cycles. This is process thinking. This is systemic thinking. Now, once you have understood the problems are in the processes and systems, we'll stop blaming the people. Up to here, any questions, just let me know. Yeah. Great. Now let us go back. Okay, let me give one more example of maybe I will begin with some examples of a lot of people from healthcare are there. I'll give some few examples from healthcare, then I'll take some examples from manufacturing. Then we'll do a project on reducing the recruitment cycle time in any company. That will be very easily understood by everyone. Now let us say, think of your customer. Let us say you have, let's say 46 days. You're working for 8 hours in a day, okay? And these are assumptions. You could be working from 18 hours also. Your company can be working for 24 hours. I'm just giving an example. And you have 48 customers asking for your output, 48 customers in a day. So in a way, 48 customers in 8 hours, so 6 customers in 1 hour. You have every 10 minutes, you have a customer arrival. Means there is a demand of your product or a service every 10 minutes. So if you are producing a car, they want every 10 minutes, one car should roll out of the company. If you are into hospital, they 48 clinic, you say 48 hospitals will be too less. Clinic, you are running a clinic. In a way, every 10 minutes, you are receiving a patient. Okay. And if you're a hospital, you may be receiving 4,800 patients every day. And you can do your calculations accordingly. So if, let us say, if I go with this example, 48 customers I am receiving, that means every 10 minutes, there is a demand of my output. So ideally, if I complete each step in 10 minutes, this is completed in 10 minutes, everything is completed in 10 minutes. Everything is completed. We say line is balanced. Means there will be a flow in the whole system. Think of that. There will be a flow in the whole system. I'm receiving the raw material from the suppliers every 10 minutes. A is doing its job in 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes, every process step is completing its job and delivering output to the customer. This is a perfect flow, we say. There is no interruption in the process, no bottleneck in the process. But what happens typically? Let us say department C, okay? It is not doing in 10 minutes, it is doing 20 minutes. It is completing its job in 20 minutes. What will happen? You will see a queue here. There's a queue. Always you will find that there's waiting time. We call this as a bottleneck. So we'll focus on the bottleneck. We'll not try to improve everything. Typically what happens, a department B's manager attends some AI conference and he finds that his job can be automated very easily. And he spends some $1 million to automate his processes. And his time of 10 minutes reduces to 2 minutes. But it is not going to benefit the company. I hope you understood why. Because even if you complete the job in 2 minutes, the company is not going to get benefited from this. So that's a waste. That investment of $1 million is a waste. I hope you understood. If not, just let me know. Okay. I can further explain, but I'm trying to be as concise as possible. In brief, I'm trying to explain the things to you. Now, coming back to our 20 minutes, let's say A is 10, B is 10, 20, not 10, 20 minutes. 20 minutes, you'll always find this department will be blamed. Oh, the person who's looking after the department is like, oh no, give some time, work to department C and they will sit on it. We are getting stuck there. And the customer will always also wait. Customer is still waiting. Every customer is waiting. D is waiting. So this Q, we call it as work in process inventory. This is an inventory in the process. Work in process inventory. It is a waste. Waiting time of the customer is a waste. D is waiting is a waste. These are all wastes. Suppose B commits a mistake. Now we have to correct it. It's a waste. B spent time of the resources, money, companies, important time to make something which is of no use. It's a waste. So these are called wastes. Or motion moving from one place to another place without adding value to the customer is a waste. So these are all considered as 7 or 8 wastes. So this branch, whatever I just described, with this branch of process excellence, we call it as a lean. Lean means you identify the waste in the system, map the stream, and how do you map the process? I just showed a very, very simple example of 4 steps. Actually, you have to do a Gemba walk. Gemba means go to the field, go to the place of action and see how things are taking place. And you will find lot of waste, lot of activities are being done which are not adding any value to the customers. These are all known as waste. Try to reduce this waste as much as possible. And that branch, we call it as lean. Okay, so I hope you got the idea. What is lean? There are 8 types of waste. There's a video. I have explained all these wastes in one YouTube video also. See, if you subscribe to my channel, Anexas channel, I think the link is already given to you there. You can always find those videos in series, but yeah, otherwise I'll keep giving you links here. So here, what are the waste? Overproduction, producing more than required. You are getting your money stuck. Company's money is stuck in your inventory unnecessarily. Waiting, transportation, overprocessing, inventory, rework, rejections, underutilized resources. These are 7 wastes, and 8th one, waste of intelligence, has been also added there. These are all known as reducing the waste and applying concepts like flow, which I just described very briefly, or pokayoke. Pokayoke means mistake proofing. Even by mistake, you cannot commit a mistake. Designing a system using pokayoke. I'll give you some examples of pokayoke also in a short while. Even by mistake, you cannot commit a mistake. It's also known as foolproofing. Foolproofing means even foolish people cannot commit a mistake. Foolish person cannot commit a mistake. So that is known as mistake proofing. Pokayoke is a Japanese word which means foolproofing. So that is lean. Before I go to the Six Sigma part, let me give some examples. But before I go to the example, let me even talk about who's a yellow belt, green belt, black belt, master black belt. Yellow belt, they understand the basics of Six Sigma, but they can't do a project. Green belts, they'll have learned some tools and techniques. They can do a project, improvement project. I would like to reduce the waiting time for my patient from 30 minutes to 15 minutes by the end of March 31st, 2026. That becomes a project. I would like to reduce the errors or defects in our code per 1,000 lines of code, etc. Whatever are the measures. Defect density we would like to reduce in an IT program by the end of March 31st. In the case of project delays, which is today 30% delay I'm operating at today, Sometimes 100% also. In construction, it goes to 100% sometimes. So let's say if you're operating at 30% delays, we would like to reduce the 30% to 20% in the next 6 months. That becomes a project. So these are the projects green belts can take. Black belts can take bigger projects. They can work on multiple KPIs, multiple processes, cutting across different departments, different locations. They know some more complicated statistical tools and techniques. And then we have master black belts. So 3 days of green belt and 3 days of black belts and 3 days of master black belt. Master black belts are those who can guide green belts and black belts as they do the projects. Also, they can conduct the training programs if they want to. Otherwise, they can do consulting. So master black belts are, again, 3 to 4 days of training program, which is either done on a weekday, which we conduct, or in the evenings, every day 2 hours during the weekdays, Monday to Thursday. I think Monday to Thursday, Monday to Fridays. I think Monday to Thursday, sorry, Monday to Thursday in the evenings or in the mornings. Mornings could be like, I'm talking about Middle East or Indian time. Here in Australia, it would be evenings. Yeah, it will be evenings. And or weekends are the best days for you. And you can become a green belt, black belt, or master black belt. And before I go there, let me give an example as I was telling you about lean. These are the 8 ways to remember them. There are lots of mnemonics, as they say. I swim 2 is 1. I swim 2. Or you can also have Tim Woods. If you rearrange these wastes in a different order, you will get Tim Woods: transportation, inventory, motion, waiting, etc., etc. Or there is another, downtime. Yeah. Also known as muda. Muda. Waste means muda. In Japanese, they call it as muda. Waste. 8 wastes. So these are the 8 wastes. And just to give you an example. Okay, some more descriptions like Pokaiki. What is Pokaiki if you want to know? That 7 types of process waste if you want to know. They are all, I've made some videos. You can always watch them. And you can enhance your knowledge as well. So these are all wastes which are hidden waste. I'll just move forward because this side was doing a project and when we did, I'm giving an example in the healthcare industry. Next 5-7 minutes, I'll speak a little bit about healthcare industry examples. Then after that, I'll move back to other industries also. So in the blood test process, lots of activities are done. But whatever is not adding value to the customer is not willing to pay for it. And if you're not doing something right the first time, then it is a waste. So I want my blood test, but you tell me to walk to the OPD, it's a waste. Registration is a waste. I'm not interested in it. Why do you want me to register? You just give me the status of my health. That is the value I'm looking at. It is not giving any value to. They are all called as non-value added activities. Non-value added activities. So if you see only 2 value added activities are there from a patient's perspective, if I am the patient, draw the blood and process the blood and tell me the result. That's it. But so many non-value added activities. You can reduce them. And by the way, we have done lots of projects where you don't have to now register in an OPD. Many hospitals we have implemented many hospitals. Waste of intelligence example, 80% of nurse calls are housekeeping in nature. Means my pillow cover is dirty, my bed sheet is dirty, and I change the bed sheet. These are all, nurse is not there to do these things, but to give you medicine. So nurse will forget to give you the medicine if you tell her to do all these things. So that's waste of intelligence. Anyway, lots of examples are there. There's not enough time to talk about all the examples. But in short, you can double the cardiology lab capacity, reduce the diagnostics time drastically. And we have done all these things. Approval, approval. So many, the approval is a waste. Approval is not adding any value. Approval is not adding any value. Sarg is telling that these are all part of the process. They are unfortunately part of the process, but you have to change the process. That is why, that is what is known as process excellence. And there will be one day these steps will not be there. And let's be that person who makes these changes. If we don't do, someone else will do. How to reduce this? How to reduce this? How to see? We can't eliminate all the non-value added steps today. If you're telling me you don't have an approval, well, today I may not be able to eliminate all approvals, but at least I can identify that it's not adding any value. I can automate the approvals. What is the approver doing? We had one CEO, he said, like, I'm overwhelmed with lots of work. So he said, what exactly you're doing? We did a Gemba walk. Gemba means going to the field, going to the place of action and observing how people are doing the job. First 2 hours, he's just signing the documents. There's a huge pile of files. This is actually 10 years ago we are talking about. Those days, there used to be lots of files. So much of digitization had not happened. But even today also digitization has happened. He must be doing this in the laptop. But I'm just talking about, I think 2012 or 13 years ago, yeah. He had a pile of files, and he was signing. So we asked him, you're not even looking at the files, you're signing blindly. So he said, no, my vice president has already seen those files. Okay, go to the vice president. He says, well, my senior manager has already seen those files. He's also doing the same thing. Okay for signature, okay for signature. These are all non-value added steps. You can eliminate them. We change the process because these most of your processes, you are following 20-year-old design, old design process like 30 years ago, 50 years ago. You are blindly following this. Just to tell you, a process which is designed just 10 years ago doesn't know you have a WhatsApp. You never see any SOP with, like, you go to the WhatsApp, but people are doing it, but it's not part of an SOP. A process designed 2 years ago doesn't know you have a ChatGPT today. So these are the kinds of processes we are indulged in today. There are so many wasteful steps. What is perceived? See, these were non-value added earlier also, 30 years ago. And today also, but today at least we have identified many of the non-value added steps have been eliminated. And today, whatever is remaining will be eliminated in the future. But there are lots of steps which are ingrained, they're part of your process. And we don't even consider them as non-value added. So try to remove them. Some more examples I'll give you: unnecessary waiting, a person who's not given enough work, underutilized resource, or overutilized also, both are waste. Underutilized equipment or overutilized equipment, both are wastes. Yeah. On a funny note, some more examples. If you calculate 5 trips per day per nurse costing $25, cost of elevator weight per day per nurse is $12. So imagine 365 days multiplied by 200 nurses. That's a huge money. Another example I'll tell you, mistake proofing I was talking about, poka-yoke. Even by mistake, you cannot commit a mistake. So some examples from healthcare industry. Some machines cannot be set or operated beyond normal safe. A day-to-day life example, if you see a SIM card has a cut on the corner, so that even by mistake, you don't insert the SIM card in the wrong way. That is example of poka-yoke. Some examples from healthcare are there. I'll just proceed forward because not everyone from healthcare, so I'll maybe maybe give a last example. Oxygen and nitrogen cylinders cannot be interconnected to each other. Even if you want, you cannot do it. It's a Poka-yoke mechanism. So other Poka-yoke mechanisms are listed here. So this is like, you can apply this to banking. We did that. Enter the number from left to right and then right to left 2 times. We reduce the errors by 99.99%. Quality of the entering, because they were entering the wrong amounts. Yeah, so enter it twice, one in the from left to right and from right to left. This in Deutsche Bank, we did this project. We drastically improved the quality of their deliverables. Okay, now coming back, so DMAC, what is Six Sigma? Six Sigma, let's see how much time we have. So yeah, 1 hour. In the next 1 hour, I'll try to explain some statistical concepts to you. Let me take you back. See, Six Sigma is a little statistical in nature. Here you say, we don't trust anyone except data. Edward Deming used to say, in God we trust, rest others bring data. Means I'm not going to trust you unless you show me the data. So if you see that, say that, my productivity is low because of old technology, show me the proof. My productivity is low because of old machines, show me the proof. My people are not skilled enough, because of that they're committing a mistake, show us the proof. And how to show the proof? With a statistically significant difference. With that, you have to get your root cause. And based on that, we will trust you. Okay, so some of the things to understand the right side of the diagram, let me take you to okay. How much of statistics you can observe or absorb? So if I may ask you, a little bit, a medium. So because we have got 1 hour time, definitely I'll introduce you to the whole DMAC process. But in between, I would try to give you some good statistical concepts also. I can make it much easier also, very easy to understand. At times, if you are okay to absorb a little bit of statistical concepts, I can even introduce you to that. So just let me know. You want a very, very easy. See, yellow belt is easy, by the way. I'm trying to give you more than yellow belt. So just let me know how much you will be able to absorb. If you want, just write easy, moderate, or complex. If you can just write that accordingly, I'll design my program. So at least the 15 minutes part, I will design or redesign accordingly. 45 minutes remains the same. Whatever is remaining, sorry, now we have got only 50 minutes remaining. So 40 minutes remains the same, but 10 minutes, I can give you some real good advanced concepts, or I can just revise and keep everything. So people are telling, oh, we have got all answers. Okay. Let me take a moderate then. Yeah, the Tao is like complex. Okay, fine. But okay, let me still give you a glimpses of complex as well. Glimpses I will give you. Okay. So first let us look at this. And those who are willing to spend a little more time, I can complicate the matters. Okay. Let us keep it that way, because Jabran is telling time is not a problem. So let's keep it that way. So in the remaining 45 minutes, I'll give you the easy and moderate concepts. Okay. So first is, we follow DMAC methodology. Now, if I go to the DMAC methodology, let me go to our, to understand this little bit better way, what I'll do is, and I'll explain that bell-shaped curve also, which you are seeing in Six Sigma, right? Because you want in the easy and moderate way. So I will first make you understand in a simple way. Then I'll, of course, take you to the complex levels also, because some of you want that. Having said that, as a green belt or a yellow belt or green belt, you don't have to be very, very statistically oriented. Black belt, a little bit of statistics will be taught to you. Yeah, so just keep that in mind. Now, looking at this company, it wants to reduce recruitment cycle time. And they will use a Six Sigma approach. See, generally, how Six Sigma is implemented in our organization, if I were to tell you that, let me tell you that first. In short, I will just tell you, because actually, it is not part of your yellow belt. Usually, it goes to the master black belt part, which I was thinking of telling you after the session is over. But I see some of you are a little bit having good experience also. You might be interested in this. So see, when I want to implement Six Sigma in an organization, we collect improvement opportunities from different departments. I'll be very brief here. So you first, introduce Lean Six Sigma to the senior management. You explain what Lean Six Sigma is. You identify the champions or the sponsors. We call sponsors also, sponsors or champions. Typically the head of the departments. We ask them to give improvement opportunities and we convert them into improvement projects and allocate them to green belts and black belts. And master black belts, they guide these green belts and black belts. Some companies, they start with green belts only. In the first wave, they will choose 5 projects or 10 projects. They will improve something. Now, imagine, every department has taken up one improvement project. They have improved something. They would have saved good money in those 5 to 10 projects. Then they feel happy about it. Then they go for the next wave. So this continues. And this becomes a continuous cycle. Every year, you can run 2 waves. So you can complete 20, 30 projects in every year. Sometimes some companies, I initiated Lean Six Sigma in Maersk in Copenhagen long time ago, 2007. Maersk is a shipping company. They're still running that. I was part of I can't say I initiated, but I was part of the team which initiated that. Similarly, in AXA, I was part of the team which actually started the AXA as an insurance company, which started this Lean Six Sigma initiative. And they are running. 2002 we started, and it's still there, 23 years. It's continuously running. So typically this initiative keeps running. So you keep on training green belts and black belts. So green belts and black belts are trained within the organization, the processes. They take up improvement projects. Okay. So typically how Lean Six Sigma is implemented, we do a sponsors training or champions training. The way, this is Switzerland in Novartis. I did this program, and I'm giving them a very, very brief overview by playing a small game. Sometimes depends on companies, they like games as well. If they're given a problem to solve, then they are taught some basic tools and techniques, and then they implement improvements using these techniques. After that, they become, as they go back, they nominate their green belts and black belts, and they come to the session. Like, for example, this
Team name 1, 2, 3. Anti-Muda. And your slogan 1, 2, 3.
We never go.
Okay. And your song 1, 2, 3. Here goes. And
We are a team.
wow.
And then after that, they also complete the project. All these people, there were lots of groups there. I just showed you one group. So, so they come together, they do a project, and they learn these tools and techniques. They complete the project. They present to the senior management along with the panel of master black belt, and then they get certified. This is a typical, in an organization. and let me show you that complete cycle with this. Like, and we have done this National Healthcare Service in UK. I have done multiple programs, and he's the
Well, we have Alex with us,
certified.
and he has done
Just
excellent
he has
Lean and Six
presented.
Sigma projects in National Healthcare Service and in hospitals. So, Alex, would you like to tell us something about it?
Hello, I'm Alex Wells, Head of Service Improvements at the Royal Liverpool University Hospital. I've been really fortunate to present today on how us as a trust are using Lean and Six Sigma principles to deliver better care for our patients. I've presented today on a lot of the work that we've done around how we've improved patient outcomes, reducing mortality, improving length of stay, and also talked about how we can actually realise some financial benefits from that. Over the past 2 years, we've been really fortunate that we've done some good work, and it's actually delivered us £2 million worth of quality efficiencies through delivering better patient care.
And similarly, we have got many other customers. I'll just not go into that. Let's great. Towards the end, if you have time, I'll show you some good case study from real organizations too, like Warner Brothers, Ferrari World, etc. Now coming back to our DMAC. So let us go back to this project. Now let's do a project. So let's say we are now, as a yellow belt, you have to know the whole journey. So now let's imagine that for the time being, I'll show you as a green belt. I'm a green belt. You observe me, how I'll be doing. So as a green belt, I'm given a project to reduce the recruitment cycle time. So we follow DMAC, define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. In the define phase, we'll identify the problem and write a goal statement. Also, we'll do a CPHQ because we believe problem is in the process, not in the people. Then in the measure phase, we'll collect the data. Yeah. So here we write the problem statement and a goal statement, form a team also, and do a CPHQ. In the measure phase, we will, in fact, here it's written, I think, somewhere else it is there. Okay, fine. I'll write it for you here. Measure, you collect the data. You collect the data about current performance. What is the current performance? So your performance is between these. And here, recruitment cycle time is between, say, 50 days today. And you'd like to reduce it to some new level, to a better level. That's measure phase. So this is your current state, right? Current state. You can make a histogram, how your process is performing, etc. Analyze phase, you will get some root causes. Why your recruitment cycle time is high. Get to the root causes. In statistics, in Six Sigma, whatever we are trying to improve, we call it as Y. Designate as Y. And the factors which are influencing the Y, we call it them X factors. Factors which are influencing the Y, we call them as X factors. Then we identify. Then we apply different tools like Pareto principle, 80-20 principle. 80-20 means 80% of your problems is due to 20% of your causes. It was given by Vilfredo Pareto. He was an Italian economist who found that 80% of the wealth in Italy was with 20% of the people. And Joseph Girard applied this to quality. He said 80% of your problems are due to the 20% of your possible causes. So there could be hundreds of causes, but 20% of them are responsible for 80% of your problems. Then some more tools, if time permits, I'll show you some, you use tools like scatter diagrams, box plots, etc., to validate that root cause. Then go to the improve phase. Once you get the root cause, oh, the problem is because of this. Then we focus on that and we get the solution. But solution is only for that root cause, not to the whole problem. Because we know the root cause, now we can make changes to the process. And once we, this is our recruitment time earlier, after the project, it becomes less. So this is how a DMAC works. You have to control it. To control. You see, you can apply this to day-to-day life. For those who are totally new to this concept, or those who want some simple day-to-day life example, I can tell you. I did a DMAC project 5-6 years ago. My problem was that I was 90 kg. Yeah. I wanted to improve my health, right? I want to improve. So health is, I belong to my process of life. So I did a value stream map of my life, like that what I do, A, B, C, D departments. Output was my health, healthy living was my output. Customer was myself. Okay, well, let not go into that, but just quickly, if a problem was 90 kg, goal was 80 kg. I collected the data. My weight was 90 plus minus 2 kgs. So I was between 92 to 88 kg. That's how my weight was, fluctuating between these two numbers. And one of the things statistics tells you is that, most of the times we are worried about these fluctuations. If you see this, if I were to explain, if I go back to my 5-6 years ago, I'm 90. One day I ate the cake, I'd become 91. Then I am starving, so I become 89.5. So this was my life, The statistics tells you to have a bigger picture. Says, hey, come on, look at your control limits. This is what you are. You have to do something really good. You get to the root cause of your problem. Otherwise, you will continue to stay within 90 plus minus 2. No big deal. Don't feel happy or sad because of these fluctuations. Most of the operations manager also commit that mistake. You're talking about sales. They keep happy. Oh, very high sales here. They're very happy. Oh, man, super high sales I've got. Next day it becomes low, high, low, low, high, low, 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 high, high, low. Oh, it statistically, it doesn't make sense. Just look at your control limits and you will continue to produce like that forever. Next year also, I can predict about your performance. Like here, my doctor would have told me, hey, I can predict about you after 2 years, 3 years. If you continue the way you are, following your processes, you will, after 5 years also, you'll be 90 plus minus 2. So it will keep happy every day, happy, sad, happy, sad. No, my dear friend, cut down. So then I collected the data. When I collected the data, yes, I was 90, but not always 90. Sometimes, very rarely up to 88, and very rarely I was going up to about 92. This was my current state. Then I found lots of X factors are influencing my Y with the weight. And for me, there are many factors, so many factors. Most of you are aware of. Diet, you can write down. You can give me some X factors. Let's say, portion of food you eat, the type of food you eat, the stress levels, sleep, so many things. For me, the sleep was a problem because there was a nasal some overgrowth in the inside. So I did a nasoplasty. Yeah. And for me, the diet was not a problem, but the portion of the diet, I was eating too much of good food. So that itself was so that these two causes I acted on, and I was able to get it from 90 plus minus 2 to now it is 80 plus minus 2. So I am fluctuating between these two numbers for the last 4-5 years. Doctor would tell, take another project and make it, say, I think it will be 670. 70 would be ideal weight for me, but anyway, hopefully I'll take up that project very soon. Okay, that was a DMAC explanation using simple example. Now let us apply this to our recruitment cycle time. So DMAC, define. We form a team. We want to reduce the recruitment cycle time of the company for our employees. This was an engineering design company which is trying to reduce the recruitment cycle time of the engineers because they are charging the clients for every day of their engineering work. So they are losing out on the money on that. Now, this is and they're into construction. So you can think like construction, EPC company. They're building refineries, oil refineries. I think, the name of the company is also there. Okay. So I did this project 15 years ago almost. So you form a team, you have a sponsor or the champion, who's the HR director, head of the department, and he's the head of the department in whose process you are doing the project. And the process owner is the manager of the process in whose process you are doing the project. Okay. Then you start with the SIPOC. Customers are the departments. When you do a SIPOC, usually do from right to left. It's easier. What is the output? Recruited employee. These are so many steps for that particular company. Inputs. These are the inputs. These are the process. These are the suppliers of these inputs. The measure on the output, we call it as Y. There could be many measures on our output. We call them KPIs also. One of the measures is recruitment cycle time. Recruitment time. Yeah. Measures the recruitment time. There could be another measure like quality of recruitment, means percentage of fit. Sometimes you have misfits also. Out of 100 employees you recruited, 3 were totally, not okay. They did not stay for more than 6 months. That could be an error. So errors in the recruitment can also be another measure. But let us focus on one Y here, recruitment cycle time. Okay. Now these Y is function of X. Y is function of X. What are X factors? Time taken to receive and shortlist the resumes, time taken to interview the shortlist. These are the measures on your process and inputs. We call them X factors. I hope it's not too complicated. We call it X factors. Yeah. So our recruitment cycle time depends on these X factors. Is IT system working or not working, slow or fast? Job description available, not available? So CVs are available, not available? Budget approved, not approved? So many. HR staff skilled, not skilled? Everything can be measured, either as continuous data or attribute data. Okay. Now, do you think everything can be measured? You see, when we talk about data, people are confused. They say, oh, we do not collect the data. Or they say we have too much of data. Or they say, some people say analysis is too complicated. All these excuses are not there now anymore with your yellow belt knowledge, green belt, or green belt, you can master those things, but yellow belt, at least these are mere excuses. Why? Let us understand. Everything can be measured. Yeah, everything can be measured. Let us see how. You can measure everything either as continuous data or attribute data. Whatever you think cannot be measured. See, continuous data is easy to understand. It can be represented on a number line. It will always have a unit. It will have a possibility of a decimal point. Yeah. Any number on a number line, 55.5, 55.5, 3, 4. These are known as continuous data. We call it continuous data. Age. There could be some more examples of continuous data. Age, weight, height. These are all distance traveled, speed. These are all examples of continuous data. But sometimes we feel that a lot of data, we can't measure certain things. We call it as attribute data. We can measure using this approach of categorizing them as attribute data and finding a categories and counting. Let me give an example.
Hi, I'm Amitabh. CPHQ, which is a measure, which is everything can be measured. And the third rule is, if you think something cannot be measured, then go back to rule number 2. Well, jokes apart, the third rule can be, if you think something cannot be measured, then probably it is attribute data. Now, let me tell you, how can you measure anything?
I'll just fast forward. So this continuous data, I hope everyone understood. Attribute data is something, attribute is something which we feel cannot be measured. We feel that, cannot be measured. Like happiness. I've given an example of happiness. So anything you think cannot be measured, create a category in that. A presence or absence of that thing could be a good, easy to make category, like happy and happy. Presence or absence of that attribute can be one of the simplest categories. So if I take the example of happiness, two categories I can create: happy, unhappy. So if I want to increase the happiness in the employees in the organization, then I can always count how many employees are happy. Let's say 60 employees are happy and 40 employees are unhappy. I can express this as proportion. That means proportion of happy employees in my organization is 0.6 and proportion of unhappy employees is 0.4. And it can also be expressed as percentage. Now, this proportion or percentage, they don't have a unit. And a count, like 60 employees, I can't have 60.1 employees who are happy. So the count will not have any decimal point. So this is what continuous data and attribute data is. It is very important to know. So here, what the example which I'm giving here is that, so when you have this kind of data with you and this kind of approach with you, what typically will have is, sometimes we are habitual of, at times we say percentage. Percentage is also nothing but the same proportion expressed in 100. Proportion means portion out of 1. So if this circle is 1, 0.6 belongs to happy and 0.4 belongs to unhappy. But if I'm using percentage, this circle becomes 100. Then 60 becomes your 60% becomes 40% becomes your percentage. Cent means 100, right? So generally in statistics we use proportion. Okay, we don't use percentage. But in day-to-day life or in general, people are not statisticians, so they generally use percentage. In either case, this is true that you can measure happiness also. So today, happiness is 60%. We would like to increase it to 80%. I can take up an improvement project, find what are the root causes of this unhappiness, and I'll work on quite a few of them and increase the 60% to 80%. And good thing about statistics is that you also don't have to collect too many samples. 30 samples for continuous data is good enough, and 200 to 1,000 samples are good enough for attribute data. Now, statistically, it can be very easily proven. In my Greenbelt training, we can learn all these things. But for the time being, you can just remember 30 samples is good enough for continuous data to make a judgment, or 200 samples to 1,000 samples is good enough for attribute data. All the medicines which you have been taking for the last since you're born were just tested on 500, 600 people. Based on that, with 95% confidence, you were given this medicine was administered to billions of the people. So sampling really works. And there's a statistical evidence, like easily it can be proven. It's not difficult to learn that. But yeah, that will be going out of scope. So let's come back to Yellow Belt. So let's not forget our project charter. We create a charter. Today we are taking 50 days and we would like to reduce the recruitment time to 30 days. So we write a problem statement, we write a goal statement. Okay, we call this as charter. We move on to the measure phase. Why we are measuring? And we are measuring not only the Y, but also the X factors. Because Y is function of X, right? Y is just the effect. It's the result. X is the cause. Y I can only monitor. See, if you worry about the result only, effect, nothing is going to happen. If you let's say your sales are down, it's history. Your infection rate is very high. It's history. That's a historical record. You can't do anything about it. The result is not in your hand, but X factors are. You can control the X factors. If you think about the results, then you will just get stress. But if you think about the X factors, you can do something about it. So that's why we work on the X factors. So you measure, they measured it, and they did a histogram. Okay, let me show you. I think this time for a little bit of demonstration, because as a green belt, how I would approach this. And by the way, if you may think it is complicated, it's very simple. This is software, lots of software. This software is many types of software used worldwide by all the black belts and green belts around the world. And you get this software when you join our green belt session. This is the recruitment cycle time I collected for just 15 samples. I'm taking an example now of 15 recruitments. You create a histogram, few clicks. All the processes in the world, they follow this normal distribution. Normal distribution looks like a bell-shaped curve. Most of the time, they will follow normal. Normal means you will find there is an average. Most of the recruitments are taking around 50, but some are going up to 40, 45, etc. And you can easily get your control limits. There's something called standard deviation also, which easily here it's calculated. So 50, mean average is 50, standard deviation is 5. Yeah. So Mr. Gauss, Carl Friedrich Gauss, 17th or 18th century, he found one interesting phenomenon. And for those who are telling that they can take complex statistics, just for 2 minutes I'll speak. He found one interesting phenomena that every repetitive process, it follows a bell-shaped curve. Like if you take your time of traveling to your office every day, most of the time you take 30 minutes. But sometimes you take 31, 32, 35, if you plot that data, it will look like this. This is the frequency. Frequency means how many times you get 30, maximum time you get 30, 31, 32, etc. And he said that every repetitive process, it's surprising to know that it's a fact. Every repetitive process, it follows normal distribution. You have to just find out where is your center and how much is your variation. He said that you can calculate the average represented by X bar, 30 minutes. And standard deviation, you can easily calculate. Nowadays, it's very easy. In one click, you can calculate. So whatever, we found that here it was, I think in our case, it was 50 days of recruitment and 5 days of this thing. So let us apply this to our recruitment cycle time. So 50 days, maximum people are getting recruited in 50 days. But not everyone. So he said that if you get your standard deviation, you can predict about the whole population. Whole population means all the recruitments. And that's very surprising, but true. In my green belt training session, I take the heights of everyone who are present in the class, calculate the average and standard deviation, and we predict about the whole world population. Yeah. 6 billion people, or adults, 3 billions, right? We can easily predict. It doesn't matter. You collect 30 sample or 300 or 3,000. The distribution will remain same. Your numbers will remain same. That's the beauty of it. So what he found was, he gave us a very simple theorem. And you call this as Gaussian theorem. Gauss was, if you want, interested. Gauss was his name. He said that average and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You're 3 times standard plus 3 times here and minus 3 times the standard deviation here. You will get 99.73% of the total population. Total population means whatever is happening in your, like 1 million, 2 billion, whatever it is, doesn't matter. You can predict about the whole population. Today, AI uses all these techniques. See, when you become a green belt or black belt, you almost enter into the fundamental concepts of AI or ML. Sometimes jokingly, that day I was conducting one program on machine learning. And I was telling that today what you call ML, machine learning, so-called, Now, we have been teaching this as part of our black belt programs for the last 30 years. You're talking about prediction. We have been talking about it. Only that time we were using Minitab. Now you have AI, which doesn't, it makes easier. Everything has become very easy for everyone. So that way, it looks a little simple because computing skills have increased. But here, these concepts are actually basic parts of AI today as well. But coming back, so if I use the same concept, 50 is mostly average recruitment time. 1 time standard deviation will make 50 plus 1 time standard deviation. Standard deviation is 5. So this becomes 55. This becomes 2 times standard deviation. This becomes 60. And this becomes 65. And if I go back here, this becomes 45, 40, and 35. So I can say these are known as control limits, lower control limit and upper control limit. Means my recruiting process is behaving between 35 days to 65 days. Yeah. So although that sample may not be having that number, if you see, there's no 35 here, there's no 65 here. But by using that average and standard deviation calculation, I can predict that the numbers will be. Now I can get the actual numbers. I had just did some rounding off on 5. Actual numbers were not 5, but if I, oh yeah, I see here, right? So what is the average? 50.3 and standard deviation is 4.7. So I can get, nowadays you don't have to do any calculations. Why? Who has got this time? Understand the concepts, that's it. So if I ask Minitab to do the control chart, can you tell me? And it will tell you that, this process, this company will recruit employees between 36.66 days to 64 days. And if you do that rounding off and everything, it take actual numbers. So if I give to my HR department today to recruit an employee, minimum time they will take it 36 days, maximum 64 days. 99% of the time they will be within this range, and it will be continuously, they will continue doing this unless I do something about the process. So let's do something about the process. Okay. Then we go to the analyze phase. We identify process. There are 2 doors, process door, data door. This also, we can call it lean, or here, you can't say Six Sigma, but yeah, you can say Six Sigma route. Like data oriented and process door. They're the right words actually. So as this process map, Gemba walk, identify the waste in the system. Here you can do cause and effect, lots of other factors. I'll just show you 2, 3 of them. Process map the process as it is. Detailed process map, identify the waste. You can also ask 5 questions. We call it the escape analysis. Every step you ask 5 questions. Can I eliminate? Can I simplify? Can I combine? Can I automate? Can I make it parallel? If you are interested in knowing escape technique in detail, I have got a 7-minute video on that. Giving an example, I have explained. Real life example, I have explained what is escape analysis. So you do an escape analysis, ask 5 questions on each and every step. You'll find, oh, this is not required. This can be combined. This can be automated. Do an escape analysis, improve your process in no time. That is one. If you follow the cause and effect diagram, you go for the the cause and effect diagram, data. If you want to go to the data door, you start with the cause and effect diagram, also known as fishbone diagram, also called as Ishikawa diagram. Ishikawa was the person who used it for the first time. So here you have got your causes, lots of causes, pooled together with the help of the team members who are actually in the process. Not everything is equally important. So you go for first you can eliminate certain things with voting. You can do control impact matrix, which is under our control, which is high impact, segregate those causes. Or voting means You vote for the causes. There are different types of votings. I'll not be discussing those techniques here, but you can easily, if I show you here, nowadays everything is automated, so as a green belt, you learn these techniques. So what you will do, you make a cause and effect diagram. They have 6 branches: man-related causes, machine-related causes, material-related causes, measurement-related causes. You brainstorm on all these things. And once you do that, then after that, you go to the cause and effect diagram. Tell just few clicks, you'll get your cause and effect diagram. So this is your cause and effect diagram. Now, every cause is not equally responsible. Which cause is occurring more frequently? You can use the data. So list down all the causes of, let's say, 30, 40 recruitments you study. What was the reason? So you list down all the reasons. Usually these reasons are available, Excel sheet. Just tell, you can create a table or don't need to create a table also. Which cause is occurring how many times? Just cast many tab. Okay. Let me do a Pareto. Maximum assessment time is what people feel. Or that was one of the causes that were listed by our people. Then JD not, job description not available. So these are causes which are often repeating again and again. Number of repetitions also is there. 14 times, 10 times, 7 times. And if you see the contribution percentage is also given there. And the cumulative percentage of contribution, like 80%. If you add the first two together, they're contributing to 60%. First one is contributing 35%. First two, 35 plus 25 is 60. So first 3, 4 are contributing to almost 90%. Let us attack those. And the remaining are, you can forget about them. Before we attack them, we'd like to validate. Is it really the cause? We can further collect the data. This is recruitment time. So let's say recruitment number 5452. Approval time was 17 days. Job description was not available. We had to create it. Type of hiring was expats. Assessment time, it took 18 days. Recruitment time was 52 days. Okay. Let us see whether really, you can say, is the recruitment time getting impacted by the approval time? Is the approval time the real root cause? Now, if you notice, approval time is continuous data, right? Approval time is continuous data. Job description, available, not available, is attribute data. Similarly, types of hiring is attribute data. Assessment time is continuous data. And the recruitment time is also continuous data. So there's a rule. We call it a rule of analysis. And actually, I've summarized those rules. Here, let me show you the summary. I just showed you 2 things. If the data is continuous data, only one single column I'm analyzing, I will do a histogram, the graphical summary, which I just did for my recruitment time. If the data is attribute data like reasons, I can do a bar chart, pie chart, or a Pareto chart. I did a Pareto chart. If the 2 columns, one is continuous and one is attribute, I'll do a box plot. And if I do our continuous and continuous, I can do a scatter plot. So let us apply this to find our reasons, real reasons, validated, statistically validated reasons. Recruitment time, continuous data, and approval time is continuous data. I will use a scatter plot. Let us see they are related or not. I'll go to the graph and I tell, please make a scatter plot between recruitment time and what? And I want approval time. Okay. It appears that approval time, as it increases, recruitment time also increases. There is a relation. Means if I reduce our approval time in this company to just 10 days, I can bring down my recruitment time to 40, straight away for 45 days. Because Sometimes recruitment goes up to 20, 25, it goes up to 60 days also. Means here I can say approval time is the root cause. It is one of the root cause, important cause. If I do something about approval time, it will really help us. What about assessment time? Time taken to assess. See, that way people will say everything is important. But no, let us see the statistical validation. Assessment time, is it related? Well, not really. You may assess within 17 days, or 20 days, or 25 days. You get all types of values. All ranges are possible. Nothing. It's not related. Okay. So if I do something about assessment time is not the root cause. Root cause lies somewhere else. Even if I reduce assessment time to like today from 25 days to 20 days, nothing will happen. I'll still get all the values. In everywhere, I'll get all the values. So the real root cause is somewhere else. Probably in there was recruitment time. Okay, what about recruitment time? Is it impacted by, let's say, job description available or not available? Here, I will not use a scatter plot. I will use a box plot. If what is a box plot, if you want to know, I have made a video. You can watch that video. I'll put that video here. Escape analysis also we have put. My team has put escape analysis already. Escape analysis have you put? Can you put the escape analysis, please? I think escape analysis and the division I've already put. Can you put box plot also, please? Okay. So now here you see the range when the job description is available. A means available and A means not available. So when it's A, job description available, you get recruitments happening between 45 on 42 days to 50 days. And not available, you are getting recruitments between 53 days to 60 days. That means it matters. Availability matters. Means if I make a policy, the company, all job descriptions should be made in the next 3 days. You want recruitment or don't want, doesn't matter, but job description should be available. So next time when I'm hiring, it's very easy. Straight away, you can reduce 5 to 7 days of recruitment by just making this policy. Similarly, we can just see for type of hiring. Type of hiring, is it impacting? Well, I'll do a box plot here again. And it doesn't look like it's impacting. I have almost similar variations in all categories. So it is not the root cause. But availability of job description was. So see, this is how you create your root cause analysis. Finally, you get your solutions, lots of by the way, those who are interested, you can join my interactive live training. Recording is available for lifetime access. All our recordings are available for lifetime access. 2 projects are done in the class when you join our green belt session or black belt session. And project guidance is also provided for lifetime. Anytime when you want to do a project, you can just, but people have done programs 20 years ago. Suddenly they woke up, I want to do a project today. There's one project guidance is available. And we are all passionate about it. So those who are interested, they can, because it's 2 hour, it's almost getting over, but I'll continue. But those who want, if they're interested, they can always, there's a link given here. Hello, are you able, is my team there? Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, so please give those links. So if you are, some links, because I understand we have just run out of time. I will continue. Those who want to stay, please stay with me. But because some formalities I need to complete. To get your certificate, yellow belt certificate, you have to just go to that link which is given here. And the step-by-step SOP, how to download your certificate is also given here. So please store these links. and later on you can download a certificate. And the certificates will be available after 15 minutes, so you can do that. Not after 15, either after 30 minutes. So you can please do that. And escape technique, have you given escape? Okay, you have already given. Okay, fine, great. Now, okay, yeah, if you want to enroll for our training, can my team put that also? First of all, let me ask before I move further, how many of you interested? How many of you are interested in, can we put a poll question, please? How many of you are interested in, possibly attending in future programs? So I will send you all the details. You can also interact with me on LinkedIn and ask me questions. And my team will be able to answer these questions also. You can directly apply there. So some of you are interested in attending immediately or very soon. Okay. Most of you are saying we'll attend later. So those who are interested immediately, I will be sending you some links. Those who are, they can keep following me, and I keep posting my dates whenever I'm doing. If you are interested in physical training in Sydney, I'm conducting a program in Sydney also. Otherwise, we have online trainings as usual. Every month we have a batch, and you will be joining my session, although we have got multiple trainers with us. If you are registering today or tomorrow, you can definitely join my session. And there are some discounts also. There are certain very good discounts available. As usual, they have got, our marketing team keeps up coming up with different schemes. So these are like, you can call it as New Year offers, where we know that people are a little busy during these times. They have got excellent discounts during these times. And January, December, like November and December. Dates are also given here. If you can, my team would like to show the dates before I proceed further. So the 635 technique video is also given. There's a technique of generating ideas, 108 ideas in 30 minutes. FMEA link is also given to you. In the beginning, I told to give. One more time we will give. So these links, please store and learn these tools, because so many tools can't be taught at one go. So you can learn great tools. They're absolutely fantastic statistical tools to improve. And they have been used by various companies. So by coming back, so here, okay, my team would like to tell the dates, please, before I proceed. Okay, let me stop sharing this screen. Of course, if you have any questions, yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. So here we have live online trainings starting with November 28th. Or starting in January 5, giving you some time in between for the Christmas holidays. And you can join either weekend batch, or weekend means Friday, Saturday for Middle East, or Saturday, Sunday for Australia, in India. And the timing are as per your time zone. So these are standard timings of generally, Australian timings are not given here specifically, but I can tell you we'll tailor make. Oh, Sydney is there, given there, yes. So some of them, weekends are difficult for Sydney, but Sydney or Melbourne is the same thing. But evenings, it's 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. It's quite, but weekend day is better. Evening, morning, evening don't show for Australia. They're difficult, but the rest of the world is okay. For you, weekend will be better. For Australians, weekend will be better. And feel free to meet me in Sydney in January when I'm coming there. These are all accreditations by worldwide bodies. So you will be getting all the accreditations, and these certificates are valid worldwide. And you can appear for exam any number of times. So definitely you'll pass. for sure. And it's an instant offer. So if you are interested right away, go ahead. You'll also get our Power BI training for free if you go for green belt, black belt combined together, or go for rather green belt, black belt, and master black belt together. That's a very, very good offer. So multiple offers, you can have it from us. Some more discounts will be available if you register today or tomorrow. So please go ahead and make your bookings. Also, there are some upcoming webinars as well, PMP workshop also, CPHQ workshop. Different workshops are there. If you are interested in learning about these techniques, you can always learn. Okay, so thanks for sharing that. And now let me go back. Let me go back to our, okay, can you please allow me to share? I'm not able to share the screen. Okay, any questions you have? Till the time I'm getting my right to share, if you have any questions, please let me know. Yeah. So now we had analyzed DMA, define, measure, analyze, analysis. We got our root causes. And now we find solutions on the root causes. They have done it and they have implemented those solutions. And that is what is happening in improve phase. Once they do that, you put some systems in place so that you are able to control. See, what you did for improvement will be different from what you will be doing for controlling. Like giving my weight example, what I did for my improvement, I did a nasoplasty, but I don't have to keep on doing that in control. In control phase, I'm just doing something else. I'm monitoring my food intake, monitoring my sleep patterns, etc. And if I take an action in case it goes off the mark. So that is what is control. Monitoring, taking action, benchmarking, making control charts, that is in control phase. Actually, they were able to reduce the recruitment cycle times. And clearly, statistically significant. See, when you see the control limits are changing, that is known as statistically significant reduction. See, if I just say 60 reduced to 40, so 60 and 40 was possible earlier also. But now it has reduced to 40 to 15. This is a new thing. Here it's showing 33 to 60. So the process has really changed. Statistically significant improvement, we call it. We call it statistically significant improvement. Yeah. So let's have a quick game. Try to answer these questions. Okay, first question. Inputs to a process are called. Right answer will give you $10,000. Can you enable the participants to write? I think. Yeah. So the inputs, what are the inputs known as? Inputs. The outputs are known as Y. The inputs are known as what? If you are able to remember, we are talking about these are the X factors. You remember, this was the Y and these are the X factors. Yes. So, yes. So the X, yeah, X factors is the right answer. Yes, option A. Yeah. Great. And the next one. Output of a process is what? So all of you are now certified as a yellow belt. Yes, you can just download the certificates. I think it will be available in the next 20 minutes. Yes, it is. And it is not deliverable of DMAC analyze. What is not in analyze phase? Now, if you're listening carefully, one thing is not the deliverable of analyze phase. In the analyze phase, three things happen, but one thing doesn't, which is listed here. So what is that? Yeah, solutions. See, solutions is not part of the analyze phase. It's part of the improve phase. Yes, absolutely right. Absolutely great. Yeah, great performance. So I like to look forward to seeing you. You have now reasons to collect the data. Large data can also be analyzed in few clicks. You can analyze it. You just saw the glimpses. You learn lots of interesting things you'll be learning in green belt and black belt. I invite you to use these techniques, and if you would like to become the most valuable person in the company by applying these techniques, you can join my green belt or black belt training program. You will get rid of inability to do anything if you face a problem in your organization. Now you can do something about it. You'll not be depending on a job. You'll not keep on waiting for the promotion. You'll be able to reduce the cost, improve the quality, become a problem solver, and not create a problem reporter. No, it will be solving the problem. Consult your own organization. You can start on your own. And that's what I did long time ago. Okay, anyway, so this was, but there's lots of things. Green belt, you become a lean, you also get a lean expert certificate, black belt certificate, master black belt certificate. When you join green belt, you get 2 certificates, green belt and lean expert. 50 completed real Six Sigma projects from different industries. Nowadays, you can find and make them easily on ChatGPT also, but at least you get guided about it, how to do that. See, AI has made the whole thing so easy, but the basics should be part. You should know the basics. That is why we are able to reduce this. Earlier, it used to be 10-day program, which has become 3-day because use of AI. Lots of things are done automatically nowadays. So whatever is not done automatically, at least you should be learning that. Yeah. So all these things will be available. Great. So thanks a lot for joining this session. And if if you're a little bit interested in knowing a different, let me talk about some. Yes, some people might be interested in. Yeah, let me first see any questions are there. So anyone is interested in the questions, or any questions are there, you can ask the questions now. Okay, are there any questions? Let me look at the Q&A. Okay, there are no open questions here. Okay, Zohaib is, oh, thanks, Zohaib. Thanks a lot. So I'll just, as you are thinking about questions, if I have any questions, I'll just play this video. This is a theme parks where we have implemented Six Sigma, and
So I reached out to our operations team, and we headed straight here to Formula Rossa, one of the signature rides here at Ferrari World at Abu Dhabi.
Okay, let me continue with this one.
So I reached out to our operations team, and we headed straight here to Formula Rossa, one of the signature rides here at Ferrari World at Abu Dhabi, and we decided to work on how we could increase the reliability of the time it takes to update our queue time boards, because as you know, every minute that guest waits in a queue line is super important.
We had the brainstorming session with the team, and we went through a few topics, and then we chose the most appropriate one for the course. The chosen topic was reduce facilities management service request closeout time.
So I was eager to use statistics and data analytics to solve a business challenge. One of the challenges we had is the erosion of the retail per capita spend in Ferrari World Abu Dhabi, and that was my topic.
Well, actually, being an HR professional, recruitment lead time has been always a problem across the board. So taking that subject in specific will help me improve onto the recruitment cycle.
So what we had worked on was redesigning the product launch process, which we've now implemented.
We had a discussion within our team, and the most critical area that we faced was our closing process. So we decided among ourselves that this is the one that we should go for.
Yeah, the course that we did was a week-long online facilitated course. It was fantastic. It showed us the whole methodology behind Lean Six Sigma, and it also provided a various amount of tools that we could be able to use to improve all of the existing processes that we have here in the park.
Well, it was 1 week training. It was very interesting and always energetic in terms of interaction in the class. Every single day has been different, and the knowledge sharing has been remarkable.
This gave us a broader perspective to understand the issues, and it gave us opportunity to do some brainstorming, and we were able to come up with better solutions from a wholesome perspective.
It was a very stimulating experience where we met every day with the colleagues, all very engaged, eager to learn, and keen on and willing to actually pause, step back from their day-to-day work to get some new perspectives. So it was really a refreshing exercise.
When an issue comes to us, we try to think about it from a Lean Six Sigma perspective. We try to define the issue, we make a project charter about it, we try to analyze it. So it has changed the perspective of how we look at issues.
Statistics allowed me to understand the root cause of the problem and come up with the very targeted improvement initiatives that we aim at implementing within the year. So every dirham per cap increase would represent 1 million revenue uplift in a standard year. So the impact can be significant.
Well, this program is in benefit not just for me as a recruiter, but it helps the whole organization in terms of how we can identify issues, how we can look into problems.
So what's really exciting is that since we completed the course and we implemented all of the changes that we worked through, we have 100% seen a decrease in the time that it takes to upload the QTime boards, which is really cool. And one other really exciting thing is that one of the recommendations that the team and I put forward through in our project, for the project I should say, is that has now been funded through the business. So you'll have to watch this space for more. I can't tell you just yet.
I would say satisfaction, quality, and experience. And I say that because my project was focused on how we can improve the product launch. So we wanted to get customers satisfied and improve the customer experience. And we wanted to improve the quality of the products that we were issuing to guests and the overall process that we had within the business to launch new products.
I would say that it has definitely brought consistency to the team, awesome efficiency for sure. And the only other word I can kind of think of is it's brought alignment, not only alignment within the department, but with all of our rides here, also alignment within the business and even with our competitors. So it's a win-win.
I think the biggest personal improvement is giving a framework for doing process improvements. I've always worked in customer experience, and so we're always looking for new ways to how we can improve the customer experience, but the training is now given a framework and a methodology to make sure that we can be consistent and using the best practices to do it.
So these were all some great examples. We've got lots of, I would say, so I see there are not many questions. It appears that everything has been understood by everyone. Okay, one is there. Naisarg is telling, how can Lean Six Sigma be implemented in a formulation? Formulation means formulation of what? Which industry you're talking about? Okay, Zohaib, thank you, Zohaib. Yes. That pharmaceutical, yes. Oh, yeah. So Novartis, I did supply. We've done training programs there also. Jamjoom company in Riyadh, that's where we are doing the training. So there are lots of pharmaceutical companies. You can say that pharmaceutical companies, formulation, it could be, see, if you're talking about research, like you would want to get the desired results, right? In fact, all these techniques are very much applicable to formulation. You use one proportion test, it was not part of our learning session today. You use correlation. Partly you saw that, that a scatter plot. When you are doing a scatter plot, you saw that partly. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah, so sorry for that. My team is telling that, they keep telling me certain things, guidelines. So coming back, can you deliver a class with applied examples in process industry to know how Lean Six Sigma is applied? Process, of course, we can. If you want to do the specified program for your industry, in your company, online training is always available. I'll be happy to do that. And coming back to the pharmaceutical example, see, when you are formulating, if you're formulating, you are interested in getting the desired result, like pain is being relieved or not relieved. If you add this particular component, is it going to have an impact on your relief in the pain or time of recovery? So these are your why: time of recovery, relief in the pain, relief not relieved, percentage of relief. These are attribute data or continuous data. Time taken to recover, that's continuous data. Glucose levels reduction, glucose levels continuous data. So is glucose level related to the dosage? If I increase one component, will it have an impact? So correlation, you saw correlation part. Box plot, if I take it in the morning or evening, or if I add this component, I don't add this component, you can have a box plot. I'm giving an answer using those techniques which you learned. There are advanced techniques also, like instead of box plot, you'll be doing ANOVA as a black belt, or instead of scatter plot, you'll be doing correlation and regression. You get prediction equations, and everything is just one click. You get everything in few clicks, and you always get to know the best formulations. You can improve using design of experiments. That also you learn in the black belt. So yeah, so it's hugely used in fact, in Novartis, I did a project to reduce the days of clinical trials. They used to have 2 to 3 years, for clinical trials, and we reduced it to just 7 months. COVID is one example. You did not have too much time. You did those trials very quickly in 3 months. So it's very much possible. There are lots of non-value-added activities in those clinical trials. We eliminated them. Yeah, so it's available, applicable in almost all industries. Good. So Vikas, I hope I have answered your question too, that I can do it's very easy. Tell me your products, tell me your KPIs, tell me your measures. We'll create an example. Every measure is either continuous or attribute. We have got the formula for everything. So simple. Okay, great. So great. I think I'll just play some videos. My team can play some videos of healthcare. Some people are from healthcare, so Six Sigma and healthcare. We can start with that. Then we can look at some Six Sigma in IT industry. We can play that. People are from IT industry also. Construction also. People are from construction to play. So this is healthcare, IT, construction. If we can play that.
Hi, I am Anexas Master Black Belt Amitabh Saxena, and let me talk about importance of Lean and Six Sigma in healthcare. Lean Six Sigma concepts are used in industries all over the world to improve a process, eliminate waste, and reduce defects. In the healthcare industry, defects not only affect revenue and customer satisfaction, but they signify the difference between life and death. Lean Six Sigma is critically important in healthcare because it helps in reducing defects that can result in medical errors. There are so many challenges in the healthcare industry, like an aging population, shortage of workers, increasing litigation, and many more that require long-term improvement. Because healthcare industry deals with saving lives, errors cannot be accepted at any cost. So, how does Lean Six Sigma really help? With the help of Lean Six Sigma, you can shorten the waiting times in hospitals. The lesser the people wait, the efficient the hospitals will become. Reduce medication errors and even try to completely eliminate them. Improve turnaround time for lab results. Provide better care at lower costs. Ensure that the medical staff makes fewer errors. Reduce mortality rates, improve patient care, improve quality, and improve overall patient experience. How can you do that? By training the staff as green belts and black belts and allowing them to do improvement projects. Lean Six Sigma training and certification in healthcare provides the tools needed to address the challenges at various levels. It is a time for the healthcare industry to utilize Lean Six Sigma methods to its fullest and drastically change the healthcare industry for the better. Don't you want to be a part of the industry where patients are happier, physicians want to work for you, the cost is as low as possible, and at the same time efficiency is high? If your answer is yes, then Lean Six Sigma is your choice. We have implemented Lean Six Sigma in more than 25 hospitals worldwide, including ministries of health of 4 countries, and we can help you too.
One more coming up, coming up in IT. If you have got IT industry, or if not, then go for the construction industry. How can Lean and Six Sigma be used in IT? I have implemented Lean and Six Sigma in many IT organizations, and each of them have given different benefits. But 3 benefits have been common to all organizations, and they are improvement in customer satisfaction, reduction of costs, and reduction of cycle times and project delivery times. When applied to IT operations, Lean Six Sigma aims to measure and improve both internal processes such as network speed and reliability, and external processes like server response time, etc. Other projects which I have executed in IT industries are reduction of defect density and reduction of issues, on-time project delivery, reduction of rework, improvement of IT help desk services by reducing both time and errors. Lean Six Sigma also helps you to quantify the benefits of IT projects which are implemented within the organization. The Lean Six Sigma tools also help you to improve IT support services. How do we do that? By training the staff of IT companies to use Lean Six Sigma tools and techniques and apply DMAC methodology, that is define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. They convert the improvement opportunities in the company to Lean Six Sigma projects and complete them to achieve their certifications as green belts and black belts. So they identify the opportunities, they convert them into the projects, and these employees, after applying Lean Six Sigma tools and techniques, improve the process and get certified. So it's a win-win situation. Lean Six Sigma helps to integrate the process excellence in an IT organization's culture to achieve CMM level 5 too. Now you may ask, strategically, what is the impact on IT organizations after implementing Lean and Six Sigma? My answer would be, Lean Six Sigma improves the efficiency of your business and processes, improves the quality of the services you provide, increases the return on investment, improves workforce productivity, and reduces the project completion times. Overall, it helps the organization to deliver faster and more accurate results. To give you examples, some of the tools which have yielded excellent results are use of FMEA. It has resulted in identifying the mistakes and also preventing those mistakes from occurring.
Use of control charts help many organizations to find the special causes and appropriately take action on it. And then identifying the difference between the common causes and special causes, these organizations have been able to take long-term improvement projects. Kano model has been used to classify the customer requirements into must-haves, good to have, and nice to have, and that has also helped the voice of customer conversion to CTQ, the critical to quality characteristics, the important characteristic, what the customer is looking for. 5 whys, it has helped many organizations to get to the root causes of many issues. So what are you waiting for? Get your Lean Six Sigma certification from Anexas right now. As they say, better late than never. There are so many stakeholders in construction industry: the customer and the users of your building or construction, the project organization, the contractors, and the staff at the construction site. Lean has something for everyone. Of course, our primary objective is to satisfy the customers, both external and internal, so you can reduce the project delays and quality defects in your organization. You can improve the safety of the employees at the construction site, reduce the inspection times and non-compliances, drastically cut down on the rework resulting from errors. We have even reduced the architectural designing time in many cases to almost 50% of the original time by eliminating the wastes in the process. Once a process has been perfected with the lean methods, there are safeguards as well as checks and balances put into place to ensure that this efficiency continues through the life of a building or structure that has been constructed. In this particular industry, errors mean danger and extremely costly rework using expensive raw materials. So taking the time to eliminate errors before they happen is crucial to the success of any company specializing in constructing any type of building or dwelling. If a construction company is looking to minimize defects, then Lean course can really help the bottom line and make a huge difference. You can even combine it with Six Sigma and make it Lean and Six Sigma implementation to take the advantage of statistical tools also. The employees take up improvement projects after getting trained as green belts and black belts. They focus on identifying and eliminating any unnecessary waste in that particular system. This is one aspect of Lean certification methodology that creates great demand for certified professionals, especially true in the construction industry. A specialized Lean certification in construction will give the employees the tools they need to improve the quality of whatever they are building. Lean is a skill set that all of the leading construction companies in the world know to invest in when it comes to hire their employees. Because this eliminates the errors and also improves the quality, customers start to take notice and become loyal to the brand, knowing that they will always be able to get the best possible building at the lowest possible prices. Companies who utilize Lean methods know the importance of quality, and the quality of their employees are at the top of the list. Certified employees are a resource that construction companies are willing to invest in. This is why salaries of certified individuals are on an average significantly more than the non-certified colleagues. This also improves the overall corporate culture within a construction company. Because of the certified individuals, everyone knows their role and expectations within the company and exactly how teams need to work together to bring about the positive changes. Do share this video with your friends in construction industry and let me know on what topic I should make my next video. I am a Lean and Six Sigma certified Master Black Belt, have implemented Lean in many construction industries and would like to invite you to my Lean construction training programs.
When we think of Lean and Six Sigma, we automatically think of improvement. And is there any sector that doesn't have any scope for improvement? Of course not. Let me talk about Lean Six Sigma in banking and finance. I've worked in the past and implemented Lean and Six Sigma in Riyadh Bank, Deutsche Bank, Bank Muscat, and also insurance companies like AXA. And I've seen Lean Six Sigma perform wonders in all these industries. Lean and Six Sigma in loans department has reduced the cycle time to process a loan application to both mortgage and personal loans. It has also improved the credit evaluation process in account opening process. It has reduced errors and reduced the rework in processing customer applications. In retail banking, it has reduced the errors in money transfer. Imagine the time, money and effort saved after eliminating the errors. In many accounting firms, we have reduced the cycle times by doing a current state and a future state of a process by doing a value stream mapping, and we have drastically sometimes reduced the cycle times by 80 to 90%. How do we do that? In these companies, the people, the staff or the employees of the organizations are trained as green belts and black belts. So they are trained in all these tools and techniques. They will take improvement projects and they would be certified as green belts and black belts. Once they have completed the projects, naturally there's a very positive impact on the strategic business objectives of the organization. So imagine that 20 to 30 green belts and black belts doing lots of projects simultaneously, what great impact it would have on the organization. In fact, I can go on and on telling about the benefits of Lean Six Sigma in finance and banking. But if you want me to share some more case studies, then what I would request you is that please click the like button, and if I see around 1,000 likes, then I will be happy to present some case studies, and I have got many of them. So keep learning till then. Thank you.
Okay, so with that, I think we can close the session. Thank you. Thanks a lot. And it's a pleasure to have all of you here. And see you in our Greenbelt training program soon to be started. I have already given you the details, and we'll be happy to see you there. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Bye.